Hi there, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since I last posted. It's been 2 weekends since I uploaded a YouTube video. I'm really sorry for that. So I'm hoping today's video can make up for the last 2 weekends because this topic is very important and it applies to all of us. Being mentally resilient is a useful technique that can get us through difficult times and situations in life. So, developing mental resilience is helpful no matter what age you are, no matter what occupation you are into, and no matter what you're going through. Becoming mentally resilient is always helpful. In today's video, the chief speaker is Mr. Alok Taunk, and he is someone you must have already seen on my YouTube channel if you've been watching my videos from the time I started last year. He is a mindfulness coach, and in the last video with him, we spoke about how to become more mindful about our thoughts and about our behavior. He's also the founder of Eastern Mindfulness. It is a guided meditation app, and there's a lot of information on his website about his wellness coaching classes. So you can definitely check out the previous video that I'm linking right above. I really hope you enjoyed this video and apply these techniques so that you can become more mentally resilient and not let situations and people break you down. And I also want to say special thank you to Nikhil for supporting and encouraging me in this journey. It means a lot, and I'll soon share with you who he is, but please hold on till then. I really hope to be consistent with my videos and upload them every weekend. But if I do miss out a few weekends in the next 2 or 3 months, please Anyway, thank you so much for your support and watching my videos. Please do give this video a like if you enjoy the content. And I look forward to receiving your comments as well. So without any more delay, let's get started.
Thank you for that question, Smurti. So before I jump into it, let me first extend my gratitude to you for having me on your platform. Thank you very much for that. And yes, our mental resilience is tested every now and then, if you see. I often tell this to people, in my webinars, in my seminars, in my one-to-one coaching as well, that life is not a straight line. It's a curve. We have our ups and downs, right? So what happens is, we start expecting easier things in life. We start getting so comfortable in our comfort zones. When things are going as per our expectations, when things are happening as per our planning, we get super comfortable and cozy in our zone. And then all of a sudden, when something goes wrong, we panic. We are all over the place, our thoughts, our emotions, and we become so uncomfortable. And that's the nature of life. The nature of life itself is full of ambiguity. There's so much of uncertainty. Unpredictability is what gives that flavor to life. And unpredictability is what makes life exciting, doesn't it? So the thing is, let's understand that why do we panic when there is so much of uncertainty? And this all is happening because the conditioning of our brain. Our brain is conditioned in such a way that it wants us to be safe. No matter what's going on around us, it wants us to be safe. That's the reason it always wants to be in a comfort zone. It always wants to predict things. But when that prediction goes off the grid, then it is in a panic state. Now what? Because things are going haywire. Things are not going as per our expectation. And that's the reason we get into this panic mode. Resilience is nothing but it's our ability to bounce back. It's the phenomena to bounce back. It really doesn't matter how many times you fall. What really counts is how many times you get up. That ability, that trait to get up, that's what is called as resilience. And when you keep on fighting continuously, when you keep on combating continuously with what is going on, that's when you build up a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, a lot of mental fatigue. So I would say the starting point for all of us in order to build that resilient mindset is to start accepting things, people, and situation as they are, because acceptance will help you to open up doors to progress. So yes, the first step is to build that acceptance muscle. Learn to accept learn to accept. And that can really play a major role. Right now, I want all of you to introspect and reflect on these traits as your muscles. As we have physical muscles, you need to build your mental and emotional muscles. This personality muscles, I would say, right? This concept would be new to you, but how can we build those muscles and how can we build those traits? Number one, the prior most important trait that we need to build in order to build mental resilience is awareness. The first trait is awareness. To build that self-awareness, to build a holistic awareness, the meta-awareness, I would say. When I talk about meta-awareness, I'm talking about awareness of what's happening in me, what's happening with me, and what's happening around me. The second trait is acceptance. As I spoke earlier, right? That acceptance is super important. Only when you start accepting, that's when you start opening up doors to possibilities. The third trait that we need to build in order to have resilient mindset is curiosity. Curiosity is super important. What is curiosity? Curiosity is the desire, is the need to know more. Curious minds can really develop and grow faster. And the result of building curiosity muscle will automatically lead to clarity. The more curious you are, that's when you start learning and digging and finding more. And when you expand your field of learning, when you expand your field of awareness, automatically you start becoming more and more clear about what's happening. With clarity comes confidence, right? So confidence is the next trait. So awareness, acceptance, curiosity, clarity, confidence, and the last trait is, the sixth one, is consistency. Now, I'm into coaching and training industry, right? Now, before pandemic, my entire coaching model was the physical form of coaching, right? So traveling a lot and connecting with organizations and auditoriums and halls and stuff. Now, all of a sudden, this was going really well. All of a sudden, we get a news that the entire world is going on a lockdown. Now this is actually going to lead to a lot of panic, a lot of restlessness, right? And this is what we started feeling when we started listening about all this that was going in the news about COVID-19 and the lockdown and stuff. Now, how do we build a resilient mindset when we are actually in midst of such turmoil? Number one, awareness. Start becoming more aware of what's actually happening around you, what's actually happening with you, what's actually happening in you. Number two, acceptance. Very important. Instead of fighting with this news and instead of, pointing fingers at this particular virus or pointing fingers at the government or pointing fingers at this entire situation that is happening or pointing fingers at my fate or why me, why my business model, etc., etc. It was very important for me to accept it. Okay, I accept it. I accept COVID-19. I accept this entire lockdown situation. I accept that all the organizations, everyone is working from home now. Okay, I accept. Now, only when I accept, I'll be able to think beyond it, right? So now the next thing is curiosity. So I ask myself that, okay, everything is there right there in front of me on the table. All the facts and figures are there. Now I need to be curious. What next? And that's where this entire world of online trainings and online coaching I was able to explore. And that's where I was like, okay, here it is. This is the way forward, right? The trait of clarity. So automatically clarity comes into picture when you're becoming more curious. And when you have all that clarity, okay, so these are the systems, these are the platforms, this is the kind of training systems, and this is how we can move forward. Automatically what happens is with clarity comes confidence. And now you're confident, okay, so this is already what people are doing. This people are already successful in doing this, so why not I? Even I can do that. So automatically you have that confidence. And then comes something which is very much important, consistency. You have to consistently put that entire thing into practice. And this is how you build a resilient mindset. Once you know that what you are capable of, it really doesn't matter what kind of challenges are lying ahead of you. The immediate step I would say is start building your awareness muscle, and you can do that by just practicing mindfulness, just practicing present moment awareness. What you can do is after every few hours, 2 hours or 3 hours, just park 5 minutes for yourself. Just park 5 minutes for yourself, and with your eyes closed or open, just try to notice your breath. Every breath that is coming in, every breath that is going out. Every breath that is going in, every breath that is going out. Because how will this help? It's important to understand this. When we talk about being anxious, when we talk about being fearful, because when things are uncertain, right? When we get into an anxiety mode, when things are uncertain, when we are worried about something, that's when our mind is not in the present. So just be aware of your breath, every breath that is coming in, every breath that is going out, every breath that is coming in, every breath that is going out. And when you find your mind wandering, bring it back to your breath muscle. Number 2 is just try to reflect on your thoughts and your emotions. That am I combating or am I fighting with some kind of situations? Am I fighting with someone's personalities or their behaviors? If yes, I should stop fighting and I should accept them the way they are. Once you start doing this, automatically what you'll do is you'll lessen your suffering. You're not doing good to anyone else, you're doing good to yourself. So this is how you build your acceptance muscle. And number 3 is always, ask questions of how things are happening. If you start becoming more curious, automatically that will ignite your desire to learn and to find why is that happening. Awareness, acceptance and curiosity. Awareness, acceptance and curiosity. Remember, AAC, awareness, acceptance and curiosity. You will start, you'll take that first step towards building a resilient mindset. By thinking something about the future, I ruin my present. That is what is anxiety. And anxiety, if you see, is generally an elongated period of emotional uneasiness. So the first thing, whenever you are experiencing anxiety attack or a panic attack, the very first thing is to get control of your body. We are dealing with 2 aspects here. We are dealing with our body, we are dealing with our mind and emotions. We are dealing with our body and we are dealing with our mind and emotions. See, practically, let's understand this. Practically, it might become difficult for us to control our mind. Right? So instead of controlling our mind, what we need to do is we need to control our body, because our mind and our body are the 2 sides of the same coin. By controlling our body, we can control our mind. We need some present moment anchor, right? I just touch and feel each and every bead. And with every passing bead, I just tell myself that I'm in this moment, I'm present, right? Now, by doing this, all of a sudden, what will happen is you'll be able to unbox some kind of calmness and clarity. The second step, wherein you validate that fear. Because anxiety is all about becoming fearful about something that might go wrong in the future. So now what you do is you validate your fear. Why do I think this might go wrong? The more you question, the more you validate, you weaken that particular fearful thought, right? So by doing this, all of a sudden you will be in control of this movement. Yes, you're right, Spooty. It is not about nothing can scare us, but it is more about being equipped to efficiently and effectively handle difficult time. And that's what defines their mental resilience. Once again, thank you very much, Spooty, for having me here. So thank you very much. Thank you. God bless you. Stay strong and stay mindful. Thank you very much.